A historic site that's less than 50 years old. Archaeologist Thorsten Dressler is excavating an escape tunnel built in 1963. Right now, he's clearing sand from the tunnel's remaining supports. For Dressler, discoveries like this from Germany's more recent past are just as valuable as ancient artifacts.
We were fortunate enough to uncover 4 meters of this section of the escape tunnel. And it was a successful escape. Nobody was killed or injured. And the fact that we could uncover the infrastructure of the border with this underground escape tunnel under the border surveillance system in such a compromised space, that really is a happy moment for an archaeologist like me.
Detlef Aagaard was just 11 years old when he crawled through the tunnel with family and friends. For him, it was a huge adventure.
We didn't think about the consequences. All we cared about was getting to the west. The tunnel's about 60 to 80 centimeters wide and about 40 meters long.
This was the border on the street where the Aagaards lived, as it looked shortly before the fall of the wall. Border police constantly on patrol. Was it crazy to dig a tunnel here, of all places?
My father said if you're going to escape, do it under the guards' feet. Guards always look at what's going on far away, but never right in front of them.
In the early 1960s, the East German secret police didn't suspect the Aagaards might be building a tunnel because their house didn't have a basement. The tunnel led straight from the living room. Today, Detlef Aagaard once again lives in his parents' house. So much here reminds him of his childhood, like the hiding places for all the sand removed from the tunnel. It had to remain in the house so as not to raise suspicion.
Here in this corner there was a wall with kitchen shelves for canned vegetables and the like. And here in back, in the hollow space, that's where we put the sand.
By the end, every closet was full of sand. Detlef's father, Niels Martin, once said if he had known how much sand would accumulate, he wouldn't have built the tunnel. But he wanted out. Because the house was close to the border, the Aagaards always had to show their IDs. Detlef's father couldn't take it anymore.
You'd be walking home from the store, which is less than a kilometer away, and the police were always asking for your ID. They asked, "Where have you come from? Where are you going? Where do you live?" Our address was on the ID. They'd stop visitors, too, who were just coming by.
Finally, it was time to leave. On the night of March 9th, 1963, the Aagaards and friends escaped from East Berlin. 13 people crawled through this tunnel, which the East German secret police later photographed. While digging, archaeologist Thorsten Dressler has found additional artifacts of the escape.
You see here 2 bulbs from a string of Christmas tree lights that the family and friends used to illuminate the tunnel. But not just for lighting, but also as a signal. As soon as the authorities came into the Aagaards' house, it was turned off, which told the tunnel diggers to stop work immediately.
The Aagaard tunnel was one of 39 escape tunnels dug in and around Berlin. The last one was built in 1973.
The authorities started using microphones to localize digging sounds. In Bernauer Straße, for example. They also extended the no-man's land zone so that it was no longer possible to dig tunnels. It was just too great a distance.
Yes, Oma.
Once a week, Detlef Aagaard shows visitors the tunnel, and sometimes his mother Lucy tells stories about the escape and about her son.
He was asking, how much longer? When do we get out? Will the tunnel come out at the train station? Constantly talking. I had to tell him to quiet down.
Today, a memorial with a piece of the real wall stands in front of the Aagaard's house.